Hi, I'm Brooke Enzel, and my panel discussion will be on cancel culture. Imagine you're a hardworking individual who's fought for their high place in the world and have a booming career. One day, you post a picture that's following a trend or tell your opinion on a subject, and then all of a sudden, it seems the whole world is against you, calling to cancel your business and all your hard work, all because they simply disagree with your post. My presentation will be referenced from a Vox article entitled Why We Can't Stop Fighting About Cancel Culture. I will talk about two instances of celebrities being canceled or how and if it affected their career. So what is cancel culture? Within the past 5 years, the rise of cancel culture and the idea of canceling someone has become polarizing topics of debate as a familiar pattern has emerged. A celebrity or other public figure does or says something offensive. A public backlash, often fueled by politically progressive social media, ensues. Then the call to cancel the person, that is, to effectively end their career or revoke their importance and status. So where did canceling someone start from? The first reference is from a 1991 film named New Jack City, in which Wesley Snipes plays a gangster named Nino Brown. In one scene, after his girlfriend breaks down because of all the violence he is causing, he dumps her by saying, "Cancel that bitch, I'll buy another one." The second time we see the use of canceling someone is in 2010 when Lil Wayne referenced the film in a line from his song I'm Single. The line is, "Yeah, I'm single, had to cancel that bitch like Nino." So the surrounding history of cancel culture actually comes from sexist, misogynistic jokes, which today does not stay in line with the reasons why people are being canceled. Something to think about is that the history of this is not coming from a good place of taste, a place of good taste. This has all started from canceling women because they do not like the violence that is being done to them, which totally goes against the whole social justice reasoning behind this movement. So the two questions I will be answering with my two examples are, is cancel culture an important tool of social justice or a new form of merciless mob intimidation? Does cancel culture actually harm an individual's career? So those are two things to keep in mind while I will be telling my two examples. I will mainly be focusing on cancel culture used for moments that are not actually physically harmful to another, such as allegations against Michael Jackson for child molestation and his music being canceled for that. I won't be focusing on cases that are harmful. I will be focusing rather on people having ideas or posts that are controversial, insensitive, and in poor taste. So first up is James Charles. For those of you who don't know who that is, James Charles is a makeup artist who was the first male spokesmodel for cosmetics brand CoverGirl. He spends his time YouTubing and tweeting his mind, which has landed him in a lot of hot water. Recently, he posted photos of himself appearing to look bruised and bloodied after applying smudged makeup as a part of the controversial mugshot challenge trend on TikTok. The trend sees users record themselves applying smudged eyeliner and messing up their hair before posting for a mugshot style photo to make it look like they've been arrested after a bloody fight. The post was met with a lot of hate as one person comments, "At a time where domestic violence is through the roof due to COVID-19 and victims of abuse are forced to remain home with their abusers, you choose to make bodily harm trendy or attractive?" James Charles' response to this was, "Despite the fact that hundreds of other influencers and artists have done something similar, I deleted the mugshot trend because it was never my intention to trigger anyone, and it's a waste of time trying to have an open discussion with people who hate me regardless." Which is true. This is a TikTok trend that James Charles joined. People were doing it before him, yet he was the one who got canceled for it. So is it the trend or the person that they are getting mad at? Circling back to the question, I asked if cancel culture for social justice or just mob intimidation. I view this situation as mob intimidation, but with good intention. It does seem as if people just don't like James Charles and will cancel him for whatever he does. If they were canceling the mugshot trend, that would be one thing, but most of the backlash is specifically focused on Charles and how he is making domestic violence trendy. The trend as a whole should be canceled. And yes, Charles should get backlash because he is associated with it, but overall, if people were looking to end something that is harmful, they would start at the root, not just latch onto one person's post. There is an argument that they were making an example out of him, but for the most part, it seems that they don't care about his apology and they're doing it for more malicious reasons. In respect to the question, does this harm an individual's career? Yes, this has affected his career because he is a YouTuber and an Instagram influencer. Each time he's canceled, he has lost more and more followers, which is essential to his business. So by losing followers, he is essentially losing money. The second instance of cancel culture I want to talk about is Billie Eilish being canceled for her comments on Lady Gaga's meat dress. Just a quick background. In 2010, Lady Gaga wore a dress made out of raw meat to the MTV Music Awards. Her reasoning for this and her comment on her meat dress was, if we don't stand up for what we believe in, and if we don't fight for our rights, we are pretty soon going to have as much rights as the meat on our bones, and I am not a piece of meat. I originally thought this was for animal rights, but upon further investigation, Gaga said it was to highlight the military's don't ask, don't tell policy. Personally, I do not see any clear connection between a meat dress and this policy, and I think it's a pretty disturbing way to promote this idea. Billie Eilish also thought this way about the whole situation, and when asked her thoughts, she said, "Yikes." You must note that Eilish is a vegan out of respect for animals. Therefore, she is not going to want to see someone making a statement by using animal meat. I actually remember seeing these posts on social media with the hashtag Billie Eilish is over party, and I was thinking, what possibly could she have done that she's being canceled for already? And further reading, I understood this was purely mob intimidation. There was nothing that Billie was saying that was poor about the cause or Gaga. She obviously just did not like the usage of meat. However, Lady Gaga's followers canceled her anyway because no one can say anything bad about their idol. This did not harm Eilish's career, and I believe it is more of a joke than anything. Cancel culture can be seen as a way to hold public figures accountable for bad behavior. However, when it comes to opinions and social norms, lines are blurred, and the call to action of canceling someone may do more harm over something minuscule. I believe the use of cancel culture is being abused and totally overshadowing the bigger issues as seen with James Charles' mugshot and Lady Gaga's stance on military policy. People canceling domestic abuse and canceling their abusers is much more powerful than canceling James Charles for posting a mugshot picture. People canceling military policy is much more insightful than canceling Billie Eilish for commenting on a meat dress. The takeaway I want to highlight from my presentation is that cancel culture, when used for instances on opinions or unharmful posts, should be canceled itself, since it is not actually advocating for change rather than harming people's careers. Thank you.